There we go. Okay, we are recording.
Okay, now we're recording. We did call the meeting to order already. We heard a motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. Any questions, comments, revisions needed? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Oh, also, I'm sorry, Brian, you can't vote if you don't have your camera on.
Stand by. Oops. What the hell is that? Am I there?
Yes, we're here.
No. Am my picture up there? Nope.
No, not yet.
Make sure True Vision Camper is not being used. What am I doing wrong here? Start video.
Do the down caret on the like right by start video, and then try changing the settings. That's really all that I've ever found that works. Otherwise, you have to go out and come back in, and we'll just have to wait. Pete, we need 4 voting members for a quorum. Is that right?
That is correct, and I do believe that we still have a quorum without Brian.
Okay.
Am I right?
Let's see.
4. We have Deetra, we have Sean, we have Kevin, and we have Alex.
Alex. Yeah, I see Alex in there. Okay. Okay. Okay, then Brian, while you are figuring that out, just go ahead and mute yourself, and we'll just try to pay attention to your screen, and you can participate once you're able to get your camera going. Okay, so we're actually going to need to restart that the approval of the minutes, because I think Brian made a motion in that. So once again, we hear a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
So moved.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, I heard Deetra and Kevin as a second. I don't think we have any edits. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All right. And Alex, I don't think I can hear you. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll be the other eye. So minutes are approved. And Alex, you're maybe going to need to hit the down caret for your microphone and try changing the microphone input. I usually have to do something like that for my speaker or microphone or both whenever I'm using WebEx or Teams.
Yeah, WebEx is a little tricky.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you use it as an organization, it's great, and the app works fantastic.
Yeah, we don't. We use Teams. So yeah.
Metro at one point, I don't know if they changed their stance, but WebEx was the only one that we was able to use because of security issues.
Yeah, that makes sense. Zoom, I think, had a lot of security holes. Are we able to keep going with the meeting if Alex can't get her microphone going?
Yeah, she's just not able to vote either, I don't think.
I just started being able to hear again. Sorry, y'all.
There we
It was
go.
weird.
Oh, all right, we're back. I just want to make sure that we're all visible, audible, and compliant. Okay, let's go to the budget.
This is the first budget of the new year, and as such, you see that it does not have the rollover amount that will be in the budget once the June ends up closing. So we don't have the June budget here because it has not officially closed. Looking at making sure all purchase orders are closed, all invoices have arrived and have been paid. Generally, that's going to take about a couple months, but that's when we would get the rollover amount. So this is the base budget. Not much here. We've had 26,000 in expenditures and for personnel and 4,000 for operating expenditures for 30,000. We've had $970 of revenue, so we're a little behind on our revenue, but this is not. We're not time for our license fees to come in at this particular time, so there's no worries here. Of those invoices of $4,300, you can see here the items that has been purchased through there. The lease for Aiken Road, which was approved a couple of years ago, I think. We pay that for a recycling center on Aiken Road. Pop-up drop-off shredding, the Metro Council asked us to take that on. The board happily did that, which was great because it makes things a lot easier. And then we just have some incidental expenses that don't add up to a lot of money, but just to be transparent, we want to make sure that we show all of our expenses there. That is my budget report.
Sorry about that. I was muted. Do we have a motion to approve the budget as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Hey, there he is. welcome to the party, Brian.
Thank you.
And a second,
Deetra.
Deetra. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, budget report is approved. We have no items in correspondence to the board or action items or new business. Let's go to old business. We have the 2025 anti-litter campaigns update.
So we've got our vendor Field Trip sent us this to kind of update the board on where we're at. That was part of our contract. So campaign overview, we're doing well. We're in that, completed our phase one. We have kind of gathered a theme that is allowing us to build our message and build brand, so to speak, and to drive awareness around certain things. That it's hit all across the community, and it ran until July. Well, it's run until July 27th, and I'm having a hard time seeing it. I'm sorry. It was flighted with different intervals and using different elements to make this happen. So we just completed the Urban Services District summer flight, and that was specifically to focus on services within the Urban Services District that was funded on this contract, but funded by the Urban Services District with using general funds. That is complete now, and we should have a full report on that soon. The litter campaign is in full development. We are at the point where some of this is already hitting the streets. This is our major Keystone campaign, and we haven't got any updates as to how far it's out there. And then we have another upcoming effort that is going to be phased in August, and that is going to be focused on a smaller flight. I'm sorry I put the loose loads there. It's not really where it belonged. But this one is going to be focused on household hazardous materials, which is really batteries. And batteries are a huge issue in the industry just due to the lithium ions. They get crushed, they get broken. There's been many fires at recycling facilities and trucks that collect stuff. So we have created the campaign to make that a focus for now. And the focus, when you click on it, it goes to a battery disposal page, which has a lot of information on proper disposal of batteries. We did have some good news. I think the Office of Violence Prevention loved some of our signage so much from the campaign that they wanted us to, they wanted to get some signage with their logo on it, which, you know, the more it's out there, the better as far as we're concerned. So, you know, it is recognized out there as being a good thing. And that is the report on the campaign. Willing to answer any questions.
Just for my own curiosity, what is the violence prevention folks doing with the signs? Where are they putting them?
Karen, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're like posters or
They were
Yard
yards.
signs.
Yeah, they're yard signs.
Yard
I
signs.
think
Okay.
I think in the end they actually decided to use our logo and not theirs. Just because they knew it was our campaign, and I think they just wanted to make sure there was no confusion. But they did end up purchasing yard signs and putting them in one of their special areas that we've actually partnered with them also on working with getting the carts in order in certain areas and we've kind of trained them to when they're canvassing, they have some booklets and some information about our services so they can answer questions. So it's been a good partnership. You know, when another agency is going door to door, they might as well know and have some information to help everybody keep things clean.
Well, I guess why I'm asking, the sign on the left looks like some of that material could be used in homeless camps. Are they using those like to disturb camps too, or is it just curbside?
As far as, I mean, this is the image used for this particular sign, and this is
Yeah.
left in neighborhood areas where people
Okay, got it.
might tend to set things in maybe their own
Yeah,
alleyway
like
or
the alleys, like the alleys and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you. No problem.
Yep.
Thank you.
thanks, Karen.
Any other questions, feedback? I am glad that they ultimately used our logo to not kind of confuse messaging. Glad they're helping to kind of expand our reach, but I can see that seeming a little confusing if their logo's on it.
Hey, Karen, what's
Okay.
that triangle in the bottom center there?
I'm sorry?
The triangle at the bottom center right there.
Yeah, so Field Trip overall has these little icons that they're keeping on the 4 themes that we use, which one is like large items, hazardous waste, yard waste, and recycling. Those are the 4 major themes. Oh, and I think litter and colors. So it really doesn't mean anything unless you see enough of it over time. It's the idea is to kind of keep consistency with the graphics. Pete, if you scroll back to the hazardous picture, I think you'll see, oh, no, not on that one.
Yeah, I
Never
think that's
mind.
good.
Yeah, that's okay. If you see them out though, even on the billboards, there's like a tiny little icon in the corner that just goes along with the the theme of the message.
Awesome. All right. Anything else? All right. Let's move on to the amendment for waste hauler licensing and secure load.
So I came to the board probably, I think it was in March, and presented on a draft of changes to LMCO chapter 51, 300, and 503. Specifically what, yes,
Pete, we can't hear you again.
is that better?
Yeah,
That
just get
is-
close to the mic.
I had a piece of paper on the microphone. I'm sorry. So, yeah, so this is an ordinance change that was proposed by Metro government. It does kind of involve.
Well, I think we're having issues hearing you again, or at least I am. I think anytime you kind of when you're talking towards the microphone, we're hearing it pretty well.
Okay,
Sorry, Pete.
I'll try to look with my eyes to the side. So 51-300, 51-503 is basically amending the ordinance to do some things to help, number one, to clean up the streets, the highways from vehicles with unsecured loads. It also cleans up some language from changes in KRS. And it also directs changes license fees, increases those license fees with the thought that those license fees would go towards anti-litter messaging or removal. So that's what it's intended to do. I come running in here because this was one of them that was heard at 4 o'clock in Metro Council Public Safety Committee, which passed unanimously. So it's good news. The actual ordinance did not change much from or hardly at all since I presented in March. If there's any questions, I can answer those as much as possible.
Hey,
What were
Pete,
the old fees?
Excuse me?
What were the prior fees? It says the fee increased and it's $500 per year and $25 per waste collection vehicle operated by the licensee. What were they prior to that?
Previously, the license fee was 100 and the per vehicle fee was 10. Understand that that's a sizable increase. The amount hasn't been changed since the 1990s, but that's really not the intent, is to just do it. It was to get income for the enforcement and the anti-litter messaging and removal. We looked at other cities and they do things a lot different. Most cities, they have a different structure. Many of them are through franchises. Some of them are based upon number of employees of the waste hauling company. Some of them are based upon cubic yard container. So generally, this is, we've had this structure for quite some time. It was just an increase so that we can do some other stuff.
hey, Pete, the violations, is it based on the vehicle involved, or is it the company, the licensee, that gets fined, suspended, et cetera?
If it is someone that's not necessarily a licensed hauler and they're out there hauling illegally, we're going to run the plates and find out who it belongs to. Many times you can't tell unless you run the plate. Generally, if it's a company, it's going to go to that company. It's not going to be on the driver because we don't have the ability to know who the driver is. So it's going to go to the owner of that vehicle.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
fourth bullet there says, allows inspection after violations. If not corrected, the license sticker for that vehicle will be revoked. Well, if there's a company with multiple vehicles, do we have to wait for that one vehicle to have 3 violations within the 12-month period, or is that the licensee in total?
It is the licensee in total. And generally what the thought process here is, it's not a requirement, but it says that when you're having 3 violations within a certain amount of time, that maybe there's a little bit more going on than what, you know, you're not fixing things. What is truly going on. So it's basically a way to catch someone's attention. That is not going to happen with your major haulers. They're not going to be the problem on that. Where it's going to be maybe a little bit more of a thing is where you have a person that's out there hauling. They might have 2 or 3 dumpsters, and they're not following the rules.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions on it?
This isn't something that we have any action to do with, or it's just Metro Council.
Yes, that is true. Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other feedback, questions? Okay. Let's go to 51.510, amendment for enhanced penalties for illegal dumping.
Okay. Just real quick. These are some of the vehicles that we've been able to cite. We've already cited over 40 vehicles for uncovered loads. And what I would say is, if you're out there driving the highways, find somebody that doesn't have a cover now. It's not very common that somebody has not had their load covered. So the wording is already out on this, and people are taking note. So that's a really good thing. Chapter 51, 510. This is the illegal dumping ordinance. And the reason that we were amending this is because we have some individuals that have been cited and impounded multiple times. One person, I think, or several people, up to 4 times. It's what we're trying to do is ramp up the fines to put an emphasis on this, that, you know, it's not going to be tolerated. So the language that was added was for a second offense within a 5-year period. And this isn't directly from the ordinance, so I've summarized it to make it a little bit shorter here. They shall be impounded for a period of 30 days instead of 3. You're taking away that a person's ability to really haul at that point. For a third offense within a 5-year period, you're impounded for a period of 90 days. And at that point, it's going to be very restrictive for them to even be able to get their vehicle back, because you're going to pay a fine, then you're going to have to pay the impound fee in storage. So it's going to be a very big bill. So it also, in the civil fines, it increases the fine amount. For a second offense within a 5-year period, they shall be subject to a $1,000 fine. And a third offense within a 5-year period, it goes to a $2,000 fine. So while this does not hit at a lot of people, it hits at the people that are out there doing it a lot. And those are the people that we really need to get to, the really bad actors. This also passed through the committee of Metro Council today. Both of these votes were unanimous. Be happy to answer any questions.
So Pete, for the fines, those dollar amounts would be in addition to them having to pay to get their vehicle back, in effect. Right?
That is correct. Yes. One thing that I want to point out, both of these ordinances have come from a collaboration of through the administration, the Coles bringing in codes and regulations, bringing in LMPD, bringing in solid waste, bringing in technology, and RTCC, which is Real-Time Crime Center. And we have worked on these things and other aspects of this for a long time. There's been increase of people getting pulled over by LMPD and the state police on the interstates for doing DOT inspections. So this has really been a very big collaborative effort to try to basically clean up Louisville Metro from all of the litter that's out there. So, I appreciate all those other departments working with us, and appreciate the Waste Management District too, because you guys have supported a lot of this, even by purchasing surveillance cameras, which there'll be another ask for that coming down the pipe not too long with the advancement in cameras. So I would be willing to take any kind of questions that you guys have.
I just think this is a good, strong deterrent, and I think it's going to help us raise our standards across the city.
I just have one question, just for my own edification. Where did the 5-year period come from? Because that, I don't know. I guess I'm just a hard, but 5 years. The second suspension of a 5-year period is lenient to me. Was there any discussion on making that 5-year to like a 36-month period? Does anybody have any appetite for that?
I think, Kevin, you're looking at it. I'm looking at it completely different from the reverse, that if they get a second offense within a 5-year period, that's tough. You say 36 months, that's more lenient.
Well, no, I think it'd be tougher.
36 months would be 3 years.
Right.
So that would mean that if they committed an offense 4 years ago, that's not included.
Correct.
A 5-year span goes back farther, so it's tougher on people who've offended, even if it's been for almost 5 years ago.
So Pete,
So we're counting backwards, not ahead. Okay. Well,
that's
okay.
correct. Yeah.
From that first offense, they're on the clock. If they do it again within 5 years, they get the second offense. They do it 3 times, they get the third.
See, I would think 3 years would be if you do it a second and third. Don't give them a 5 year. If you give them second, 30 days. But okay, that's okay. I understand.
I think I understand where you're going now, Kevin. You would like the second offense to maybe be 3 years and the third offense to be 5.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
No, that's more lenient.
It is. I think you're thinking about it like they have to correct something within a span of time. We're just talking about like if you have 3 offenses within a 5-year span of time, then you're going to get this stiffer penalty. It's spanning more time, so it's capturing more opportunity to catch people. You know,
So
like a
let's say
10-year span of time would be even tougher.
Yeah.
Because like we're giving them less of like a grace period or whatever.
So let's say there was an offense in the year 2020. If no other offenses occurred between 2020 and now 2025, the 5-year period would be exhausted. But if violations occurred between that 2020 and 2025, they would have these penalties put against them, the impoundment periods.
Okay, I'm good.
I think there was a comment, and I can only see a pop up. I think Jerry asked about what about people that it doesn't involve a vehicle. And I would like to explain that a little bit. We do cite people all the time. If we can find enough evidence in the debris to have enough to show where the material comes from, and after we do an investigation, if we feel like that we have the party, then we cite them as well, and their fine is $500 and any cleanup fee that comes along with it. So we probably do that more often than we impound, to be honest with you. So we're out there doing that as well.
Awesome. And just a side note that if there is anybody in the audience that has a comment, during any one of these items, you can click on the raise hand icon to the right of share if you have the share option. Otherwise, it's going to be to the right of stop video, and we'll call on you and we'll give an opportunity for you to make that comment. Okay. Anything else on the enhanced penalties for illegal dumping?
So Pete, what's the time frame now before it goes to the full council?
I'm not real versed at the way Metro Council conducts their business, but I think that it would go to the next consent calendar so basically at the next Metro Council meeting, it would be on their consent calendar. So I would think that, okay, Brandon just put up July 31st. Is that
Thank
correct?
you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Moving along. That's great.
Chair, excuse me, my hand's up.
Okay. Whose hand's up? I'm sorry.
Nicole George.
Do you have a second?
Nicole? Yeah, go ahead.
Hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, excellent. Well, Sean, one of the first conversations I remember that we had involved concerns with garbage trucks on the interstate with unsecured loads and all the challenges that was creating. So I want to thank you for elevating the need and the opportunity. And I want to give a big shout out to Pete and his team. I know they did a tremendous amount of work to really, on both of these pieces of legislation, being able to better understand needs. And, you know, it's a tedious process to understand what is possible. I know Robbie is on vacation, and thank you, Natalie, for being here, but he did a tremendous amount of work as well. And so just want to say, appreciate the team spirit. And it's not often that you get an ordinance out of the gate with so many sponsors and sponsors that reflect the entire community. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Nicole. And yeah, I think this is a really big win for all of us. Thank you, guys. Any other comments? Okay, let's move along. We did not have an advisory committee meeting. So let's go to staff reports. We have the community host agreement next up.
Okay. Well, my slide is not there. So I can give you the update on that. We have worked really hard between myself, Tom Fitzgerald, Bob Schindler with the advisory committee, Sarah Lynn Cunningham with the advisory committee, and, you know, a brief discussion with Andy at WM. And we feel like that we are just cleaning up some things with the proposed host agreement. Once that is complete, that agreement will go to WM for their review. And, you know, we get basically get the negotiation started. There is a committee of people that have a large history in these host agreements that are going to be representing the Waste Management District, ones that have both worked on the legislation at the state level, but also in creating our host agreement that was previously in place. So we're in the right spot. Keep in mind that once we come to an agreement, then we're going to have to go through the process, the public process. So that's going to include a public notice, a 30-day public comment period, a public hearing, and an adoption through resolution by this 109. Host agreements tend to bring out quite a few people if it's controversial at all. So I would expect some comments on this one. And but I do think that we have a very good first draft here. And I think that we're going to be able to make quick progress on it. However, I don't think that the host agreement is going to be complete for probably another 3 to 4 months at the earliest. So it's not something that we want to put out there for a lot of people because there is going to be a give and take. There's going to be a negotiation. So at this point, we don't want that out there. So we're holding it. We'll bring it to the board once it's complete. And see what you guys think. If there needs to be more work done, we can certainly do that. And after that, we can start our public notice and hearing process. Willing to answer any questions on the host agreement. I know it's been a long time coming.
Pete, how long is the term for the host agreement? Do we have that already?
What is proposed in the agreement is a 20-year term.
Okay, that's what I thought. Any other comments on host agreement? All right. We'll look forward to that either later this year, late this year, I suppose, or early next year.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the audits from the Recycle Right program.
Karen, do you want to do this one?
Sure. So the slide that's up here is a screenshot of our dashboard, and it's an interactive dashboard, so it's hard to do anything with just a screenshot. But this is one of the areas that we've actually had some audit results. So I basically just did a screenshot so you can kind of see when you zoom in, you can see where we've left tags and you can change it by date. So you can actually see progress in an area if you flip it from, one collection day to the next collection day. But if you go to the next slide, Pete, I guess the update that I wanted to share is about our audits. It's a long time coming to get a pre-audit and then do all the work within the areas and then the post-audit. So lately we've had a couple of post audits complete. And Route 18 is one. This is within the Urban Services District where we were able to take an entire load to Smurfit West Rock, and they run that material by itself so that they can give me a report. And then with all the weights, plus anything that didn't belong is considered landfilled, and then we get our recovery rate. So when we did our pre-audit, we had an 86% recovery rate in this area. And then when we completed our program, which involves the OOPS tags and the way to know tags through the entire route, we scheduled a post-audit and the recovery rate increased to 92%. So we were very pleased about that. And another route on the next slide was Route 48. And that one increased from 90% to 95%. So the good news is our recovery rates aren't terrible at the beginning, but I'm impressed by being able to still improve and get an even better result. So good job to our education specialists that do this program, and Diane Moon that helps with all the maps and getting everybody understanding where we're going to be, and Smurfit West Rock, of course, for doing the audits for us.
Hey, Karen, two questions.
Yes.
Could you define recovery rate for me?
Sure. So they basically sort out all of the material into the commodities that we actually have on our accepted items list, like glass. The plastics they give me a rundown of the plastics and how they separate them there. So they've got the 1s, the 2s, and then the 3 through 7s. Cardboard, mixed paper, aluminum, etc. And then there's a landfill column. So basically anything that didn't fall into the categories that we actually want people to put in their recycling cart ends up being in that, it's not recovered because it was not actually requested to even be in there. And that's, it's all by weight. So it's just a percentage of the good stuff divided by the total. That's our recovery rate.
So only a 5% non-recovered? That's pretty dramatic. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If I'm reading it right, correct?
Yeah, we're pleased with our results. So yeah, if you look at it backwards, it started out as 10% didn't belong in there and ended up they have to landfill whatever they can't actually send off to be recycled. So it started out as 10% was not acceptable material, and it changed to only 5% was not acceptable material.
And my other question is on, if you go back 2 screens, Pete, for me,
To the dashboard. Mhm.
that one, yeah. What's the definition of green and yellow?
Right, those are the colors of our tags. So we have green, yellow, red. Green means our team did not find any of the contaminants that we're looking for. And it just has way to know on the front, and on the back it says keep recycling these. The yellow tag says oops. Basically we collected this time, but we check off what we saw. So if the crew saw, you know, plastic bags and stuff in there, then we check that box. And then on the other side, it of course says what we want. And then red tags, you can see we only gave 8 in this time period, which was several months. The red tag is reserved for carts that are really being misused. It's all garbage. Occasionally we come across one with yard waste all in it, or even just a bunch of material. I've seen one where it looked like someone cleaned out a garage. So although there might have been some scrap metal or something, but it's nothing that was actually wanted. So we can red tag those, and then the crew will not actually collect those at all. And there's a process for our enforcement team to know that that happened at what address, and they can inspect, give a notice, an official notice of violation, and they have 2 weeks to correct it.
Thank you.
If I could add, this program, number one, when you look at our contamination rate compared to many, we are way ahead of the curve for many of the other cities that we talk to. Some of that might be because of material accepted, but anyway, I mean, I know that there's another city not too far from us that, you know, their contamination rate is upwards of that 30%. So we're really pleased to have the rate that we have. And we want to continue this program. It's been very good. It's been highlighted, I believe, at some conferences, how successful that we've been, in large part due to the work through our education department. The last thing that I would want to say is while we have been able to do some out in the suburban areas, we want to do more. So if there's any haulers that are out there, we would like to renew our call to be able to do this with you guys. Same with home rule cities. We would love to be able to get out there, and we're willing to work with anybody about logos or anything like that. I just feel like that this is a program that is so beneficial. And, you know, we've talked about adapting our program to handle yard waste contamination. And hopefully we can also spread that too, because that's also an area that needs some improvement in certain parts of the county. We had a meeting with our vendor not too long ago. Urban Services District is doing excellent in keeping the contamination out of the yard waste, but there are certain areas of the county that are struggling. So want to open that opportunity up to anybody that's out there listening.
So would that require a hauler to administer or kind of duplicate this program, or would we work in collaboration with Public Works? How would that work?
Our team can do do this program throughout the county, but it does require a partnership with the hauler and the whoever's holding the contract, whether it's a home rule city or an HOA.
So basically, Sean, it's making sure that they don't collect the material before we can tag. And once it's tagged, they can come through and get it. But you have to make people noticed so that they know that this is going on. And we have done it in the county in collaboration with the haulers, and it's worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, this is Bob Lee. I've got a question. So the 95% is after you've done the Recycle Right program and it's only for the urban service district, is that correct?
That particular audit was just one route in the urban services district. That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
To follow up on that a little bit, in talking with Smurfit West Rock, I don't know the numbers for Rumpke, but overall, countywide, the amount of contamination in the single stream is relatively low everywhere. There may be some routes that are worse than others, but overall, I think that they're talking in the 10 to 12% contamination, which is really good.
Yeah, those are some good results. I always like something quantifiable. So great work, Karen, Diane, anybody who is contributing to that. Really nice. Any other questions, concerns, any other feedback? Okay, let's move along to the cost service study.
So just an update on the cost of services study. The vendor right now is working on the draft report as we speak. They hope to have it complete in the next week or so to be reviewed by the committee. If they've assured me that it would be done before August 13th. And what I would like to do is ask the board to hold a special meeting specifically for the cost of services study presentation. And I'm asking that because I'm going to be unavailable from there on out. I think one of the things that I'll be sharing tonight is that as of September 1st, I am retiring. I will be out of town when this board meets the next time. So if we meet on the 13th, then I will have one more meeting with the board. And if not, this would be my last meeting with the board. So we feel confident that this cost of services study is going to be ready. And, that would be the where it's at right now. Now, there was a notice that was sent to the Kentucky Auditor of Public Accounts. There is a memo that was sent to us notifying us that this had been sent. This is through Mr. Jerry McGraw. We have not heard from the Kentucky Auditor at this point. This is the basic part of the letter where it's asking the public auditor to make its findings known. The letter, because it was correspondence to the board and to me, is available for anyone that would want to see that. After we received this, and I think that this was 2 days after the board had voted to remove any home rule city data from the study, is when we got this 2 days after that. So obviously, with this, sent this to the vendor, Raftellus, and also sent it to the county attorney's office for their review of it. I believe that the county attorney has made an opinion on this. And, it's a little bit different than what we've been talking about before. And I think that it brings in some good points about how this would, I guess, the position of the 109 board would take on this. So at this point, I did not make the opinion from the county attorney available to anyone because I did not know if the board wanted to just put that out there at the normal board meeting or if they wanted to go into a closed session to discuss it with Natalie Johnson, who is the county attorney. So at this point, if there's any questions about the cost of services study, I will take that. If there is a request to go into closed session, we can do that. If the board wants to discuss the position in open forum, we can do that. So really up to the board at this point, what they want to do.
Chairman, I would suggest we go into closed session.
Prior to that, we had Pete had discussed a special meeting on August 13th. I will not be available on August 13th. So I don't know if there's another opportunity that we can pursue.
I would be available anytime from the 14th prior. Otherwise, I'm going to be in Ireland.
Well, good
Oh,
for
you're
you.
going to be in Ireland?
Yep, going to head to Ireland. That's my retirement. I guess pat on the back is going to Ireland.
Good for you, Pete.
I'll be there right after you, unless you're staying there for several weeks. I'll be there in the first
2 weeks. Maybe I'll
first-
see you in the airport and we can toast with a cup of Pepsi.
There we go. Yeah, first week of September. I'm going.
Yeah, it's when we're coming back.
I guess one question I
Okay.
have regarding any executive session, don't we have to put something on the agenda saying that there would be a possibility of an executive session at this meeting in order to have executive session at this meeting?
It's a good
That-
question.
I don't know the answer to.
I mean, other places that I've worked, that was the standard practice. I don't know what it is here in Louisville.
I wish I could answer that, Brian. I don't know if Natalie, if that's your area of expertise, if you could answer that question. I don't know.
I cannot answer off the top of my head, but I can find out pretty quickly, I think, if I can let you all know shortly.
Of course, the other possibility, if I think that you mentioned, Pete, is we can address that if desired at this special meeting, whenever it's going to be done.
Well, I would prefer to know as soon as possible if the board wants to reverse course or stay course. It's just a matter of what the vendor needs to do to complete the report. So the sooner the better. I just want the board to have all the available facts so that they can make a decision that's good for the board and good for the Waste Management District. So,
Mr. Chair,
if-
Mr. Chair, can you, let's get back to the date first while Natalie's looking for the executive session. Pete, you said you're gone after the 13th. Can you do 12th?
let me look. I can do the 11th through the 13th. I believe that Raftellus, I'm not sure if Morgan from Raftellus is here. But if they can, if they can be ready. Yeah, Morgan, are any of those dates a problem to get the report complete?
Not at all. We can definitely get it to you. I would say by the 11th for sure.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Chair, you available on the 11th?
Yes, I am.
I'm free also.
I'm available on the 11th of
11th?
That
Yeah.
works for me too.
Carl? Okay.
Okay,
What
so
time?
then the other question is, do we need to wait for the auditor's opinion?
If I could, I would wait until after the executive session to see how you guys feel about that. That's my suggestion.
All right, Mr. Chair, let me make a motion to tentatively, pending the outcome of our executive session, to hold our special meeting on August 11th at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. And I guess it'll be WebEx again.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Do we hear a second?
So moved.
Guys,
Any other?
let me say this. If there's a way that we can do this one in person, I would love to do it. They are making some serious progress on the Bay Area back here. The walls are up at least partially. I'm not sure if they'll be done by then, but if they are, we would like to do it here. If not, the staff would try to find a place that we could do this in person. I think it would be better to have it that way for something like this.
Oh, and Pete, just a procedural question. Would they be presenting data that would be in accordance with the board's decision from June, I guess it was?
As of right now, absolutely.
Okay.
That's where it is right now. Unless changed, that's what the report is going to be.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's a motion on the floor.
We do have a motion and a second on the floor. The motion is to have the special session tentatively pending the discussion in executive session if we go into it via WebEx. So considering that and the request to do this in person, can we hear an amendment to the open motion to have it in person?
I'd amend it. I can amend it to be WebEx or in person. I accept it.
Okay. Can we get a second?
Okay, the second's got to accept it. There you go. Thanks, Carl.
All right. Any other issues, questions, feedback? All right. All in favor on let's see. We have to vote on the initial motion first and then the amendment. Is that right? I think that's
No, you can
that's
do a
proceed.
motion as amended, John.
All right. Motion as amended. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Natalie, do we have any conclusion?
Yes, I do. So a public agency can call a special meeting. There's just notice requirements that are triggered. So as soon as possible, or at least 24 hours in advance, all members of the public agency have to be notified of the special meeting, and any media organization which has requested to receive notifications of special meetings have to be notified. And this can be accomplished by transmitting written notice via electronic mail. And then also there has to be, the notice has to be posted, letting people know where the special meeting will take place and what time.
Thank you, Natalie. I think the question was about the procedure of getting into executive session if we don't have it on our agenda. Was it?
Oh,
Am I understanding that correctly, Brian?
That's correct, Sean.
Yeah. So the question was if we're permitted to do that without notice of a potential executive session during the meeting ahead of time.
I think, yes, I think that's fine as long as there's notice given during the meeting of the general nature, then you can motion to go into the closed session.
You lost me.
So you can make a motion to go into closed session. You just have to give notice during the meeting of the general nature of why you're going into closed session. But it's okay that it's not on the agenda for this meeting.
Okay.
Okay. So given that clarification, is there still interest to go into the executive session?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we go into executive session to, I'm not sure what the wording is, legal matters or pending litigation or whatever the language is. Help me out, Pete. Whatever that long sentence that you've got to read.
Give me just a second. Go into executive session under KRS 61810 to discuss pending litigation as disclosure of such discussion in open session would jeopardize the agency's legal position.
What he said.
Okay.
I'll make that
All right,
motion.
we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
I'll second it.
I don't think, I think Brian maybe got the second. I don't know. All right, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right. Then what are the magic words to go into executive session?
Okay, Karen, we've only done this once, so give us a second to get us there.
Do we have to just announce that we're now in executive session? Is that?
Yeah, by the motion passing, I think that says that we are in executive session. However, we got to get everybody separated.
Did you do the 3 dots to find the option for breakout room, breakout session?
Looking for that. It is enable.
You can choose to move people manually.
Can I turn you into the host?
Yes.
I think I could do it.
Yeah, or Sean.
If you are a host, I'm not sure if you have to be the host.
Yeah, because I don't have that option right now.
Where you added the right. Karen, you should be now host.
Okay. Do you want to assign? Do you want me to assign people?
Assign the board members and assign Natalie Johnson at the county attorney's office. If the board needs anybody else, they can just let us know. And we can drop anybody else in there. We have Morgan from Raftellus is here. I'm not, if y'all have some questions for me, I'm more than happy to jump in.
Okay, I'm going to start moving people and you can always move yourself out as well.
See you guys in a little bit.
Okay, so we're just doing the voting members and Natalie.
Yes, unless y'all want somebody else in there.
You can have individuals outside of council and the board members only if they are vital to assist with information needed.
Sorry.
I say it's just the board and Natalie.
Yes. So it will be a closed executive session with just the voting board members and Natalie.
Yes.
And then we will reconvene.
Sorry, I'm trying. You didn't remind me to like practice this.
Take your time, Karen. No worries.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot, Karen.
It's okay. I just accidentally created several breakout sessions and I didn't want to, so. I need a name. I'm gonna hit reset. Okay. This is right.
Are we seeing people go away?
No, I'm gonna hang on. Okay. Pete, you're going?
No, I'm not.
You're not. Okay, sorry. I'm doing it now. I got it. Natalie is.
Yes.
Oh,
Evan.
Bob Lee had asked if the special meeting was closed or open to the public. The special meeting is not an executive session, so it'll be open to the public.
It'll be open. Yes.
The meeting on the 11th, you're talking about, Sean, right?
Yes. Yeah, the special meeting, not the executive session.
Thank you.
So
So
it's, the
five.
special meeting. That was the question that
Yes,
Mr. Lee
please.
asked.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So I press join now then?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we would need a motion to go back into the regular session.
Make a motion. We go back to executive. Go back into open session.
Second.
I don't think Sean made it back.
Sean's
You
here.
muted. You muted, Sean.
You're still muted, Sean.
I'm not. Can
There
you
you go.
can't hear me?
Yeah, we
There
can
you
hear
go.
you now.
You're good.
Now you can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so we have a motion on the floor by Kevin. Can we get a second on that motion?
We did.
All right,
Carl.
Brian with second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, back in open session. Okay, let's get this agenda back up here. Okay, so no additional decisions or actions were decided on in the executive session.
Okay.
All right. So that was the cost of services study. Do we have any other input, feedback, concerns about the cost of services study item? We have an August 11th meeting in person at 6 o'clock that has been decided. It's a special meeting. And that is an open public meeting.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to announcements. We'll start with Pete's retirement letter.
Yep.
Pete, can you zoom in, blow that up, please?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's really not important to see it. I'm not going to read it. But basically, I'm announcing my retirement from Metro Government and also the executive director of the Waste Management District. I've been doing this for quite some time. It's been really an honor to be doing this. And I believe that, you know, there's been a lot of great work that's taken place in the past, I don't know, 10 to 12 years since I've been doing it, I guess. And I'm proud of all that work. There is still significant work to be done, and I hope that this board will continue to do so. Some of those things is the five-year plan, the host agreement, finalizing this postal services study, expanding illegal dumping surveillance and enforcement, improving the recycling and hazardous materials drop-off sites, strengthening our business outreach, and continuing the public education on cleanliness and waste reduction. I'm confident that the board's going to be able to do that. So to everybody, Karen, all the education team, all the people that I've worked with that have worked on Waste Management District material, I appreciate all the work that you guys did. I want to miss you guys. I will see you guys. I won't say a whole lot here, but I will see you guys on the 11th, and that would be my last board meeting, and it's been good.
Does Louisville Metro post the executive director opening, or do we have one lined up?
We are discussing that internally, so that position would be appointed. It would not necessarily have to be a posted position, but those are some discussions that I know that we need to get solutions to in the very, very near term.
Okay, so we won't have Pete for the regular August board meeting, right?
If you guys choose to have the meeting after having the one on the 11th, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe actually even necessary after getting the report. So no, you wouldn't. The 11th would be my last day. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, we wish you well. Congratulations on your upcoming retirement, and enjoy Ireland.
Yeah. Been playing for
high five. We'll high five in the airport.
There you go.
I bet there's going to be a spot on the 109 board you might be able to fill at some point.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to.
I'm not contemplating that. Never know what the future holds.
Well, congratulations on your upcoming retirement. It is well earned, and I'm sure we'll miss you. It's going to be tough shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else on Pete's retirement?
I just want to say
All right,
congratulations for all your hard work, Pete.
Thank you.
Second that. Yep.
It's been an honor.
Thank you, guys. So the next meeting of the 109 board is the special meeting on Monday, August 11th at 6:00 p.m. in person. Pete, are we saying that we're meeting at the regular location?
Yet to be determined. We need to find a location. I'm not sure if we'll be in enough to be able to do it here, but we'll try to find a location. We'll let you guys know soon so that we can make sure that everybody's aware.
Okay. All right. The advisory committee meeting, next meeting is Wednesday, August 20th, 4:30. Any other announcements? All right. Well, with that, entertain a motion to adjourn. Oh,
I was just going to say, Sean, I think you have a time here for public comment.
Yes, sir.
Pete, I know I've been a thorn in your side at least 3 times over the last 3 or 4 years. I had some concerns, raised those, and tried to do it in a positive manner. Will tell you that you have done a great job, but you're going to be missed. I will have to find somebody else's phone number to call when I've got to see all that trash out at Amherst and Wabash. But thank you for all you've done for the county, for Metro, and good luck on your future, Sean and Pete both. I might be there waving the hands at the airport because I haven't got my dates for Ireland really nailed down yet, but I'm headed that way this fall myself.
Awesome.
Seems to be a popular location lately.
Yes.
Did y'all see
Thank-
my comment? Skip the
Thank you, Jerry.
Blarney Stone and go to the Cliffs of Mohair. It
Yeah.
is really beautiful and cool.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're gonna have a good time for sure.
That's
Thank
that's
you.
on the docket for me as well. I'm flying into Scotland. I'm flying to Edinburgh for probably like a day and a half, and then flying to Dublin after that.
Well, if you like art, and you can get over to Glasgow, they have an excellent art museum and a lot of cool Charles Rennie Mackintosh stuff in Scotland.
I'm going to Dairy Queen and Shapley if anybody's interested.
I'm in, Carl.
I mean, what time are you
I'm
gonna be
allergic
there?
to milk, or I'd go with you.
It's just not as exciting as Ireland, but anyway.
All right. Well, with that, let's get a motion to adjourn.
So
Make
moved.
motion. Second.
Deetra with the motion, Carl with the second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, meeting is adjourned. See you guys
Have
on
a
the
good weekend,
11th.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Safe travels.